Hey, hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Demonplague. I am your dungeon master, James Intricasso. It is good to be back. All right, I go by he, him, and we are a group of D&D players playing through the Demonplague, which is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that you can buy right now at roleplayingtips.com/demonplague or on DriveThruRPG. So go check that out. But let's quickly go around the table and meet our cast once more. Tell people who you are, who you're playing, and what happened to you now that you are level 8. Let us start with you, Lauren.
Oh, hi, I'm Lauren. I play Rock the Aarakocra Rogue. We both go by she, her, and I took a feat, which I don't often do actually as a player. I often just level up my stats. However, there's a feat called Observant that I took, which not only gave me a +1 to my wisdom, because I could always use that, it also means that if I can see someone and I can understand their language, I can read their lips. And it also gave me +5 to my passive checks, which means right now I have a passive perception of 25, a passive insight of 20, and a passive investigation of 22. So my goal here is to make sure that James has to use all of his auto fails on all of our passive checks because Rock will see everything.
Wow, that is pretty good. Pretty good. I hope Rock still has her eyes at the end of this encounter.
I hope she's still alive. I'm just going to say
it. How about you, Robert? Who are you playing and what happened to you at level 8?
Hey, I'm Robert Ducci, he, him. Torsten Ailhan, my human wizard cleric, took another level in cleric, so not a whole lot that's super exciting about it, although I get some more spells. So
Ooh.
I'll probably take another level next time to get that ability score increase or feat.
Excellent. That is awesome. And how about you, TK? Who are you playing and what did you get at level 8?
It's my TK, they, them. I am playing Isabel Halfback, a half-orc fighter. That's a she, her for the kids in the crowd. And I took an ability score increase, which I never do. So we're all trying new things today. So I increased her strength to 18 and her constitution to 15.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah.
Hey, thanks. You're a little too enthusiastic about it, but I'll take it. You're like that sounds great.
Listen, I'm a fan. You are the heroes of this story, and I'm a fan of all of you. So, especially you, Rudy. Rudy, who are you?
Hi, I'm Rudy Basso. I'm playing Rain Bowie, a human monk, he, him to both. I didn't know we leveled until 20 minutes ago, so I quickly threw stuff and stats, but I will go back and probably choose a feat. James, my dungeon master, if you will allow it.
Of course.
Okay. So for now, just a bump to con, but soon it will be some sort of game-breaking ability, because that's what feats are in 5th edition. Way too powerful. But that's another conversation.
Wow, game design shots fired.
Yeah.
Well,
How dare you slander feats?
No, they're great for the players.
All right. Well, you know what that means. It is time quickly to first remind you all that above my head, there are some lovely bit donations y'all can check out to get some lovely auto fails or successes or health potions or have an NPC named after you, like Josh Long, who for the 2nd week in a row now has purchased an auto fail for me, the Dungeon Master, to put upon any of our unsuspecting PCs here. So thank you very much for that, Josh. You are the man. And all of the players love that you are doing this too. Everybody is a big fan of it. So in addition to that, whenever we roll a natural 20, we're going to be giving away a free PDF created by someone here on the stream. So look forward to that as well. Now, a recap. Last time, you all met a ghost druid played by the wonderful Dan Dillon named Elial the Learned. He was a Minus Herion druid that worked with Ferii the Wise, and he had looked at and researched the ritual that they created to seal Zan Crown away and to crush the valley in a glacier. And he believes that the ritual can be modified to send Zan Crown back to the abyss after, he's been beat to a pulp, as it were. He told you that certain components were needed for this ritual, one of which was a pseudo-dragon, which Eliel happened to know was in an ancient ruined library nearby. So you went with him to the library, where you discovered that a Glabrazu demon, which is a demon with 4 arms, 2 of them end in these enormous pincers, was trying to kill the pseudo-dragon. You engaged this Glabrazu in combat, and the Glabrazu stunned Rock, and that was where we left things, with Rock stunned on the ground, no save, as it were. So that is where things left off, and it is actually Eliel the Learned's turn. So Eliel, who is, I will remind everyone, currently possessing the body of Ilaria Walrus, your nemesis, she is going to run forward, possessed by this ghost, and start swinging, stand over Rock's body, and sort of start to, engage this demon. So let's see how that goes. Looks like... Cool. 2 misses, but a hit with the short sword. So you can see Ilaria stabs into this demon, and it looks like the stab, it's this big, mighty wind-up that it's almost like she's hitting concrete with her sword. It only goes a tiny, tiny bit of the way in, and doesn't seem to do as much damage as it normally might.
Her sword just looks like normal sword, right? It doesn't look fancy.
It is a normal sword. Yeah, there's nothing magical about it. So that is Ilaria's turn, and it is Torsten's turn.
So Torsten kind of looks at this thing and kind of racks his brain. What does Torsten know about these demons?
So Torsten would know, in your study of demons that you've been doing, that these demons are particularly powerful, but also particularly smart. They're able to cast a couple of different spells. Power word stun is obviously one of them. They can create darkness. They can cause confusion in their enemies. And you also know that damage resistances are cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. So you are aware of all of that, and also no real weaknesses.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, I will spout that out to the group. And do I know if they have any particular resistance to magic?
They do. Like most demons, they have a particular resistance to magic as well.
All right. Well,
and like all demons, immunity to poison.
So I'm just gonna try to cast a spell on this thing, hoping that I can overcome the resistance. So I'm gonna cast blindness and deafness on it.
Ooh. Okay.
So the save is 13 on that.
Okay, great. And this is a wisdom?
It is a con save.
Okay,
cool. Not good for a demon. I mean, probably is good for a demon.
Yeah, I got a 25. Yeah. So, boom.
All right.
This necrosis sort of starts to take over its eyes, and then you see it snorts, and this necrosis just pushes back and disappears as it goes.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nope. That's about it.
Gotcha. Then it is Rain's turn.
All right. Seeing Rock on the ground, or whatever, I'm going to charge forward, ripping my shirt off in the process, which I have a lot of shirts, because I go through them pretty quickly, I figure, with all these shirt ripping off.
Torsten just mends them after every single battle.
Yeah. We have he gets half my gold. Yeah, I'm just going to run forward and start giving him the old one, too.
Okay, so shirt flies off, boom.
Shirt goes one way, Rainbowy goes to the other, directly
Okay,
at this
got it.
monster.
Nice.
Okay. We have a full rest? Yes, sort of. Yes, I don't know.
We'd taken a short rest
You had
last
We
taken
took a
time.
short. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I get my key points for that too. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes, time to punch. First attack, 21.
21 hits.
Cool, for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my goodness. All right. And
Yeah,
your
I rolled well.
magic fists,
Yes,
you
they
feel
are magic.
connect, and it's just like you're punching a person.
Just like I'm punching a person, which means it's the easiest thing in the world.
Oh, man. That is violent.
That is what I do, James. I punch people, okay?
Got it.
Don't judge
Got
me.
it. So yeah, you connect, boom, and you see your fist leaves this bruise already starting to form in the demon's torso where you punched it.
I'm going to spend a key point and stun him with my stunning strike. He needs to make a con saving throw. And I say, you think you can stun, buddy? I'll show you how to stun.
I got a 27.
Okay, you have passed.
Okay.
Okay, I say that, and it doesn't seem to bother him.
It does not.
Anyway, I do get an extra attack, which I will use, because I'm level 8,
Go
for
it.
a natural 1. So that's going to miss.
Okay. It does. It does. Boom. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
So no, because Stunning Strike is not a bonus action. It's just
It
a
is not.
follow-up. Okay,
Right.
so whereas Flurry's Blows is a bonus action, and I will use that now
Okay.
to give myself 2 more attacks.
Go for it.
What a class. 14?
14 misses.
Okay, 24.
24 definitely hits.
And I guess I can Stunning Strike again now. I'm just dumping all my points. Dumping all these points. So let's do it. Let's do another Stunning Strike.
I'm going
con
to-
saving throw.
What's your save? Hold on. Wait, James. What's your save?
What is my proficiency?
Constitution? Oh.
I'm just checking
No,
my
it was
proficiency.
what's his number? Yeah.
3 plus 8 plus
Your wisdom.
3
modifier.
is
14.
not great, but all right.
14 is your save.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. I was gonna try to do something. I have my portents, but it's only a 10, and even with the 10, you'd probably make that. So.
Gotcha. So let me roll his save then. Okay, that is I rolled a 10, so it is a 19.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, cool. So, but roll, give me damage for that last hit.
It was another 11. Yeah, another 11. Big hits.
Nice, excellent.
Max
Boom.
damage.
So yeah, boom! You hit him twice. You can see there's these flashes of magical light as you're connecting and trying to stun him, and trading sort of blow for blow. His little arms, you can see, are coming out, which are regular-sized human arms, but little compared to his giant pincer arms. And it is Isabel's turn.
Just imagine the little arms. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna tickle you. Come here. Sorry, okay. I would absolutely love to attack this thing with my sword and my shield. So
Oh, nice.
Well, not with my shield. I don't have any shield attacks, but I would like to just remind you that those are there. I'm using Lisa's dice, so remember, you have to treat all of my rolls as nat 20s, or she'll beat you up.
I can take her.
I don't think you could, to be perfectly honest. That's an 18.
18 is a hit.
I did it. I did the hit.
Boom.
So 1d8. Oh God. Oh jeez. When will I recognize what dice look like? Okay, so a 7
Never.
plus 7, so 14 damage.
14 damage. Nice.
And I will use my second attack to look at Rain and say, "What are you doing? Hit him again!"
Whoa! Yes.
With a commander strike, so Rain can take another attack.
Nice. Go for it, Rain.
22
22 hits.
for 9 damage.
9 damage.
This is good teamwork. I like this. I just need a coach. I've needed a coach for a while.
Yeah,
So.
man. I'm not gonna say anything bad about like the Battle Master because the Battle Master is absurd.
Gorf.
Gorf, stay back.
Gorf, save us! Save us, Gorf!
If you're ordering Gorf to stay back, Gorf will stay back. Indeed. And you see the eyes of the pseudo dragon up in that little crevice above the bookshelves is still peering out there, and it is now Rock's turn.
I am stunned.
So, Rock, on your turn, you can make a Constitution saving throw, DC 16, and this is at the end of your turn.
Yep.
And if you save, the effect ends.
I have an auto success that I've had forever that I tried to use that once against your auto fail.
Oh, right.
I'm
determined
going-
that cannot happen. Yes.
That can't happen, but I'm going to use it now. Rock
Okay.
doesn't want to be stunned anymore.
Good call.
Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah, you come out at the end of your turn here. You feel like a numbness that had washed over you all of a sudden disappear, and you see this demon has turned its back to you as it's battling your friends now. And it is now the demon's turn.
Yay.
Everybody loves a good demon, right? Let's see.
A good demon. This is a bad demon.
This is a bad demon indeed. And what will this bad demon do? This bad demon is going to utter another word as it moves its smaller arms around in spell casting. And I am going to need, let's see, I'm going to need Isabel and Rain to make wisdom saving throws.
Haha.
Rude.
19.
What is my wisdom? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
DC is
probably
16.
passed.
Okay, well. Cool.
What's
Let's
that?
just say I failed that.
Cool.
Not
All right.
not fail, but
So, Isabel, you are confused
neat.
Oh.
per the spell confusion. You can't take reactions, and at the start of your turn, we roll a d10 to determine what you do.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Where are my reactions?
I mean,
Sounds
darn.
fun.
What are my reactions? Okay, that's fine. I can't reverse. That's fine.
So, and the pincers are going wild here. And that is the Glabrazu's turn. It is now Alaria. Oh, I'm sorry. Alaria was also in that blast and did not save. So Alaria is also confused.
Ugh.
Did this thing speak common at us before, or only some weird abyssal language that I didn't understand?
Some weird abyssal language that you did not understand.
Okay.
But Torsten seemed to understand it,
Yes.
as did Alaria. I forget. We had a cool celebrity couple nickname for them.
Oh yeah, Elaria.
Elilaria.
Elaria. It was great.
So on the ghost's turn, the ghost runs in a random direction, provoking an opportunity attack from the Glabrazu, who hits and is going to pince. So Alaria takes some damage.
Is that the technical term?
Yeah, and is grappled by this pincer as it cuts
Oh.
into her waist, and you all see blood spray into the air as the pincers digs deep into her sides.
Ouch.
Thank you for taking the reaction for us.
Yeah.
Yay.
Good job. Good NPCing right there.
Yay.
Let's see.
Sorry, you're about to
And
die a second time.
Does not break the confusion on their turn, and it is Torsten's turn now.
I am going to cast Blessed. I am praying to Eldath to protect my friends. I'm going to cast it at a second level spell so that I can get everybody, including Ilaria, in here.
Oh, nice.
So everybody gets a plus 1d4 to attacks and saving throws.
Hey,
Nice.
that's huge. That is huge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, plus
That's
what?
all for me. plus
Plus 1d4.
D4.
Oh, neat.
That's great. So, Rain, it's your turn.
Oh man! All right, here we go. Time to keep punching him. Time to yeah. Okay, here we go.
Punch a clock.
Time for punches with the D4. First attack is a 26.
Yep.
4. Wow, I am rolling max damage over and over again. 11 damage.
Nice.
Keep doing it.
Second attack with the D4 is a 23.
Yep. Hit.
I'm going to show you my screen later because I rolled 11 damage again.
I believe you. I believe you.
And then I will use my key point to give me... I'm going to try one more time for the stun. I'm going to try one more time. I got a lot of key points. So he has to roll a con saving throw.
That's a 21.
Okay, I'm going to stop doing that now as well. I have learned. But again, I will use a key point for 2 more attacks with Flurry of Blows. It's just like fists it's absurd. He is a true bag of hit points. I'm flowing back and forth. It's crazy. I'm just hitting him over and over and over again with like finishing strikes, but he's just not going down. It's really annoying.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's new villain kicks everybody's ass, Dragon Ball Z style, but they're just not going down. All right, next attack with the D4 is 21.
21 is a hit.
Okay, for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Final attack, it's 25 at least.
Yeah, hit.
For 10 more bludgeoning damage. Go down! I assume on his knees, and I'm just hitting him over and over and over again. But he's just like, I don't know.
As the pincers are crushing into Ilaria, you're like just all over, punching them. Isabel, it is your turn, and you need to attack a random creature within your reach.
Okay, you roll. Okay, that's fine. A random.
So here's how we're gonna do this. Let's see. You roll me a d6, and we will say that the Glabrazoo is 1 and 2, Rain is 3 and 4, and Ilaria is 5.
No, don't tell me. It's a 6. So.
Ilaria.
Oh.
Hey, good news about Ilaria too. Let's see.
She has splint mail, right?
I never liked her.
She's grappled, but she's not restrained, so you don't have advantage.
I'll make it up to you, Elwarius. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, time to flub this.
Critical.
It's a 19.
You get the D4 too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I get a D4 too? Oh, wait, it already hit, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it already,
and it's not on damage, right? D4's not on damage, right?
No.
Okay.
No, just to hit.
So I'm gonna do my D8 plus 7. Oh, no. Oh, I hate it. No!
Max damage.
No, it's 14.
Oh, almost max damage.
Oh. No.
It's fine.
Is she still alive?
I never liked her.
Yep. Yeah.
Then it's fine.
I think she's veteran stats, isn't she? She's probably fine.
She does have veteran stats.
Yeah, she's probably fine.
We know from our fight with her before, she's pretty hardy, and we did heal her. She healed herself up when the ghost took over, so...
Oh, did she heal to full when the ghost took her over?
Yeah, he rolled like all of her...
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we took that short rest.
Good guy, Lyle.
Yeah.
Gorf and the pseudo-dragon chill. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Ilaria.
Yeah.
Or Isabel. Ilaria.
Oh, yeah, well, that was me. Do I get any rolls to break the confusion?
You do. You get to repeat the saving throw. So it's another wisdom saving throw that you get your bless 1d4 on.
Yep.
Oh, delightful.
That's why I put it up.
Look, I'm not even going to use that d4.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
6.
Nope. Yeah, I'm not gonna help you.
So I'm not even just. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Why couldn't I roll that for attacking Ilaria? Actually, you will see like a small smile whenever Isabel
Darn,
stabs Ilaria back.
The good news is it's Rock's turn.
Oh,
All right.
all right. I finally get to do things. Rock doesn't like being next to this thing, but she heard Torsten basically give a small TED talk about the purposes of this thing while she was stunned because she had nothing else to do but stand there and perceive everything going on. So she will sadly pull out her silver dagger instead of her short bow. She will stay next to this thing. She's gonna try to stabby stab.
Okay, go ahead. Try to stabby stab.
16?
That is not going to stabby stab. Sorry.
All right. She'll try with her. So that was her action. Since other people are next to this thing, she doesn't need to peer into its soul. She will just, with her bonus action, try to hit it again. That's much better. 13. That's a 21.
Okay, a 21 hits.
Awesome. Here comes the sneak attack damage. All right, and this is. She's not exactly sure if the silvered will work, but she knows with all the other demons that's one. So. And that's super cocked. Okay. That's 17 piercing damage with the silvered dagger.
Gotcha. But no, the dagger is silvered, but it isn't magical, right?
It is not magical. It's just
okay.
silver.
Yeah, you too. Boom. Your dagger sinks in a little bit more than the short sword did.
No.
Yeah. It's not great.
Okay. She's not happy about this, but doesn't see anything else that she can do. So she's just gonna sit there and go, "This sucks! This sucks so much!" And that's all.
The Glabrazoo is going to go ahead and use one of its pincers that's already around Ilaria / Elial to go ahead and attack. Let's see. The pincer continues to close around Ilaria, and her more of her lifeblood pours onto the ground. Ilaria is looking quite bad at the moment. And then another pincer is going to come out and attack you, Rock.
Okay.
Like it reaches back as you were attacking it and tries to grab you. Does a 20 hit your armor class?
That does.
Yes.
Uncanny dodge!
Aha!
Okay. So let's see. So that's 16. So you'll only take 8 from it with Uncanny Dodge, but you are grappled by this thing. And then Rain, its fists come to meet you.
Finally.
Let's see. Rain, a 25 hits your AC.
It does.
And then, so therefore, probably a 28 does as well.
It also does, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's see. That is a total of 9 bludgeoning damage from the first punch.
Okay.
Oh boy. And a total of 7 bludgeoning damage from the second punch.
Okay.
Its pincers are clearly where it's at.
I have to take this phone call that I am receiving, so I will be right back. Sorry.
Okay, go for it. So in the meantime, it is let's see.
The Glabrazoo's just like, all right, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I'll just grab you. It's fine.
Ilaria is going to make a random attack against a creature within her reach. Isabel, you are getting attacked by Ilaria. I suppose it's turnaround. Being fair play.
Try me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think a 13 hits your AC.
No.
So you are missed as the longsword comes your way. And Torsten, it is your turn.
Wait, did she save out of the confusion?
Oh, good call. Good
Yeah,
call. And Ilaria has
Plus a D4.
the bonus of the bless and does not get out of the confusion. So this is a hard one. Oh, actually, you know what? I should be using the ghost stats. Hang on.
Oh,
If they're better, absolutely. Please be using the ghost stats.
I had been meaning to ask, like, can the ghost do like wizard stuff in her body?
That would be awesome.
So the ghost possession rules. I would need to go over, but I'm pretty sure the answer is not until leaving the body.
Okay.
However,
Concentration thing.
the ghost still does not save, unfortunately,
Oh, well, fine.
but does have a better wisdom saving throw, so I will use that one from now on. And it is Torsten's turn.
All right, Torsten, looking down, kind of seeing that things are probably not going well, has to hesitate to use such a powerful, damaging spell. But I'm going to use a 4th level spell, my Guiding Bolt spell.
Ooh, nice. Yes, Guiding Bolt.
At 4th level, so I'm going to get 7d6 damage for that. And so I've got to make a ranged spell attack. I'm also going to use my Divination ability, so that I'm going to roll an 18 on my spell attack. So that's a 24. So I'm going to hit this thing with, I assume a 24 hits it.
Yeah.
With 76 damage, radiant damage. So here we go.
Yes!
Nice. 10,
I love all this!
20,
Nice.
30 damage.
Whoa.
And so it's 30 radiant. And the next person that attacks it gets advantage. So seeing my friends really, really in trouble, Torsten pulls out some of his powerful magic.
Yeah, and this thing is like now, as it hits it, it like gives the, it hates this, and now there's this sparkly light moving around it, like it is a demon in some sort of David Bowie film.
Oh.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, so now the next attack against it will have advantage, and Rain, it is your turn.
Oh, how about
great.
that? Am I still blessed as well?
Yep.
How long does blessed?
Yep.
Oh man, wizards, man, wizard clerics, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Time to finish this thing. It's down and hurt. I've been punching it for a very long time at this point. Now I'm going to kill it.
Do it.
Here's my character sheet. Here we go. Advantage. With advantage, I rolled a 26
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that is gonna hit.
for 9 damage.
Nice. Okay. Boom. All right.
Okay, second
let's see.
attack.
Do it.
Let me get my 1d4 in here. Does an 18 hit its armor class?
Yes, an 18 does hit its armor class.
Okay, another 6 damage.
Okay.
And I will use a key point. I'm running out of these, but that's okay. For Flurry of Blows.
Do it. Flurry of blow it.
Oh man, I am rolling 25 and a 27.
Both of those hit.
And I have not been doing this because I'm dumb, but if I hit something with a Flurry and Blows, I can impose one of the an effect. I am going to take away its reaction until the end of my next turn.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm going to do another 17 bludgeoning damage.
Rudy,
Ooh.
describe
Okay.
your killing blow.
Nice.
So,
Yay!
it's been holding Rock this whole time while I'm just punching it in the face over and over again, desperately trying to finish it off. And as it finally turns to face me and attack me, it reaches out and hits me. And I grab that pincer and, like, hold it in my arms and crack it like a crab claw, breaking its arm. And then while it's still in my grasp, I'm going to come over the top with my elbow and just smash its face, caving in its skull. Like, that's how hard I'm hitting it.
My goodness. My goodness. Yeah.
Nice.
And that is exactly what happens. And when you deliver that final blow, all of a sudden this thing melts into a puddle of black ichor. that
Hold
just,
on to that claw. We need that.
bubbles on the ground. But you can see that, yes, poof, one of its pincers remains actually locked around Ilaria's waist. And it looks like it's no longer hurting her, but you can see the pincer remains and is still there as this thing melts into a just puddle of gross.
That was very satisfying to kill something and have it melt all over me.
That was super cool.
In
You
a, like,
punched a demon to death.
Disgusting, like, totally brutal, primal way. I'm like, that was awesome.
That was
Just
awesome.
covered
You were
in
so cool.
goo. All right.
So looking around, how does everybody look? I know Ilaria's pretty hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually okay. I got stunned, but I didn't actually get hurt too bad. So Rock is looking. She's removing the other pincer, and she's just like, "That was so awesome!"
Yeah, we high five. Like, we're both covered in blood and goo and just like totally fired up. I start shadowboxing because I'm still full of adrenaline.
Yep. Rain, you punched a demon to death. That's so cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Ilaria gets up and immediately starts like trying to push the bookshelves that were knocked over back and starts like putting books back on the shelves.
Nice.
As she is going through this, controlled by Elial.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I'll go down, and I know that Ilaria, have used all their internal strength to help themselves forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a cure wounds.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's gonna be 10 points of damage. Yield.
Nice.
Do I see the pseudo dragon? And I ask that, knowing what my perception is.
Yes. So you actually all could see these little eyes that are reflected in the light that you've brought with you. There's a crevice that is above one of the bookshelves, sort of where the wall meets the ceiling. And you can see that in that crevice, when you take a closer look, there is this small, what looks like a small red dragon, basically, curled up and, hanging out in this little spot, looking at all of you, observing all of you as you move back and forth.
Rock's gonna sheathe her dagger and fly on up to be beak to snout with this thing and be like, "Hi, why was that thing attacking you?"
You get an image of the dragon being happy and content and curled up in the darkness of this, library that you are in, on top of one of the shelves. And then all of a sudden, this sharp fear emotion enters your brain. You can feel that you're feeling its fear, and it fled and hid. You get the feeling it doesn't necessarily know why it was after it, just that it was here, hanging out, being fine, and then this happened.
Aw. What do pseudo dragons eat? Give it a ration. That'll make it happy.
Okay, hey, are you hungry? I'll hold out a ration because that sounds like a great idea to me.
When you do, the pseudo dragon slinks out of this thing, and you can all see now its full length. It's about the size of a house cat as it comes forth, and it starts to take some of the food into its mouth and is crunching away. You can also see at the end of its tail is a stinger with a single long barb. Almost looks like a scorpion tail sized for this creature that, sort of twitches back and forth in a playful way as it's eating from your hand, Rock.
What's your name?
You get an image of the sky projected into your mind. Like a sunny sky, cloudless sky.
Oh, sky! That's super cool. I am Rock, and that is Rain, and that is Isabel, and that is a ghost inhabiting someone else, and that is Torsten. And we're actually here looking for you to get your help with something, because these demons are like attacking everybody, and things have gone to shit, and we need your help.
You get a feeling of the dragon wants to know how it can help.
Well, ghost inhabiting the lady knows more than I do, and she'll point down to where Elial is.
I'm gonna stand next to this thing too if it decides to run away when we tell it that we probably need to kill it or whatever. Just to grab it in case. I'm gonna prepare a grapple of this thing.
Okay.
I don't know that it'll run away. Maybe it's a noble little hero, but I would probably run away. So.
Gotcha. So you're explaining to it, or you want to be within reach of it.
Yes,
basically,
exactly.
so
when it gets the bad news, yeah.
So you see Ilaria comes up and starts speaking in Draconic to this thing. Who speaks Draconic?
As well. I do.
Oh, okay, great. So those of you who speak Draconic hear Elial laying out the situation, through Ilaria's body, saying, "This is what needs to happen to kill a plague demon who has come on around the world and has destroyed civilizations several times and that sort of thing," and is kind of explaining the whole deal that he explained to you, and then does go on to explain that this ritual requires a pseudo dragon and will result in the loss of the pseudo dragon's life. And there's a long pause while they stare at each other. And then
I'm getting a big net out of my backpack.
Ilaria looks at all of you and says, "He'll do it."
Ah.
Oh, that's so.
Well timed.
Surprised, because I wouldn't. So, I'd be like,
So, and I say, actually being somewhat surprised, I will turn to the pseudo dragon and say, "Sky, I thank you for offering yourself in that way. I was thinking, I was assuming that you weren't going to want to do it, but I thought I might have a sort of a bit of a way around it for you. I know a bit of magic where you could live on as a spirit and you could come back to this world. And if you're willing to do such a thing, I'm hoping that the sacrifice of your mortal form could be honored by allowing your physical form to come back as a familiar to me."
You see the dragon's eyes light up at that, and you get a very, you have this sort of idea of like duty and acceptance is coming from the dragon while you're talking to it, and then a like, "Hey, that's much better" feeling comes in your brain as you feel the dragon likes this idea quite a bit.
Oh,
Nice.
I was going to say.
I would be honored for you to be my familiar.
Well, before that, I would be honored if you would fight by my side so we can be Rain and Sky.
Well, we should probably let Sky be safe until
that's
the
probably
thing
smarter.
actually happens.
I
mean, that seems only fair, right?
I just want a sidekick with a fitting name.
Well, I mean, you've got
Gorf
Gorf.
looks very sad when you say that.
I am not looking at him at all.
I am. Rocket's just like, we have Gorf, and look how awesome.
I go, wave away at Gorf.
Gorf is kind of like kicking the ground, like it.
Gorf, we'll change your name to Wind, and it'll be Wind and Rain.
No, it would be Rain and Wind, first of all.
That is Torsten is full of such good ideas. Would you like that, Gorf?
Gorf comes over and nods its tassels, and then gives like a little cartwheel over to Rain and starts to fan Rain with its upper half, creating wind, as it were.
Well, Torsten, you are full of all the good ideas today. All right, Gorf is now named Wind, and we've got new friend in Sky, and now Rain has a friend in Sky and Rain.
Yes, thank you, Torsten, very much.
I do what I can.
And now I need to update my character sheet that I have a friend
day.
named Wind.
So after we talk to the pseudo dragon, I'm gonna go help Ilaria kind of keep picking up books, try to maybe pick up and clean off any books that got demon goo on them, and just kind of look to see what the books are in here.
Yeah, so it looks like there's actually a ton of books about magic in here. Some really great sort of histories, some really great theory books, that sort of thing. And there's also a couple of spell books too. that I can, I can send you the various spells for later, Robert.
That'd
if
be
you
awesome.
want
Yeah,
that list.
sure.
Yeah, it does look like there's quite a few, some with some very advanced spells in them. It looks like this was a place where there were people who worship Mistra and also were wizards, right? So kind of some other cleric wizards, as it were occupying this place. And you can also see there's a lot of books about the abyss and demons and that sort of thing as well. And then there's also some sort of histories about the valley, people sort of guessing about what civilizations came before, and the goblins and the elves and the dwarves that were here before the humans who built this. And then, the druids dropped the glacier on the human civilization that was here. So that is the stuff that you're finding here. There's a wealth of knowledge here.
Nice.
Are there any other entrances or exits?
There are not. It looks like maybe there was at one time, but they've been collapsed.
Okay. And do I like, so the Glabrezu is puddle of goo except for the claws. Just Rock just wants to take like a cursory look around the room and like, is there anything else we need to be concerned about?
Sure. Well, Rock, with your massive passive perception, let's see. You can see that on the floor, kind of among some of the debris where there's a collapse, you can see like through the cracks of the collapse, there is a little tiny glint that really only you can see right now, Rock. You would almost miss it if you weren't looking for it.
And then I'm gonna run up to it. Is it like something embedded in the floor? Or is it like light coming from somewhere below?
So it looks like it's light coming out of this rubble pile that has collapsed the door, but it is close. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to dig back for many feet. It looks like if you remove the first few rocks, there's something there.
I would like to try to remove the rocks. How heavy are they?
You're able to do it. It's not a thing that is
Okay.
difficult or anything like that. It takes maybe 30 seconds to remove a
He's
bunch
like
of these rocks.
going to grab the first rock as she's calling back for Isabel, and then like just figuring like, there's no way I'm gonna. Oh, this isn't as heavy as I thought it was gonna be. Okay.
And as you're clearing out, you see there is a skeletal hand that is coming out of the rubble, as if there is a skeleton, the remains of a body buried under more of this rubble. But in this hand, there is a letter opener that, despite the fact that it had rocks fall on it and has been underground for years, looks shiny and new. And it has a silver blade and a gold handle, and the gold handle is decorated with holy symbols of Mistra.
Oh, she'll take that and be like, ooh, I can open all the letters. Really velvet this. Hey, Thorsten, you want to take a look at this? Oh, come on.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you need to open really fancy letters?
Not at the moment, but I'll take a look at it, kind of study it, and see if there's any magic on it.
Sure, yeah. You can study it and that sort of thing, and you can tell this is definitely magical, and that while it looks like a letter opener, it looks rather sharp and could be used as a deadly weapon.
Ooh.
Well, I will hand it back to Rock, and I say, this is maybe the deadliest letter opener ever. Probably better in your hands than mine.
Do we need to kill many letters?
I don't know, but it could work against demons as well.
Oh, you do. I do owe you a dagger, and there's the dagger I owe you. Ha ha! How about that?
Wow, I didn't know. Like, you stuck that in there. That is so nice.
I know. It was, well, I didn't want. It's more fun to find things than to be given things, I feel.
I totally agree. I like finding things. All right, I'll take magic letter opener.
Okay, great.
Do I
It
need-
functions as a +1 dagger, Lauren.
Ooh.
And it
okay.
also when it is thrown, returns to your hand after the attack.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like that a lot. Okay. So
Very nice for when you're flying and you can just throw it. Don't have to worry about going back down.
yeah. Rock likes to be ranged when she can, so this is nice. Oh yeah.
There is
Stab
one
letters
other-
from really far away with this.
There is one other property that does not necessarily apply to you, Rock, but may at some point in the future, which is that it can be used as a spell casting implement. So,
So do I have to attune to this?
you do not have to attune to this.
Okay.
Nice.
Casting implement. All right. Then I don't know if I'm gonna be spells, but who knows? I'll keep it. Plus
Yeah,
one
you
die.
never know when Rock discovers that she's a sorcerer, or makes a warlock pact. That sounds like a thing Rock would never do. So
Is this a specific magic item or is this a custom thing?
this is a custom thing.
Okay. No worries.
Available in the Demonplague, which you can pick up now at roleplayingtips.com.
Oh.
Demonplague.
Hmm.
So yes.
I'm gonna be now playing with that thing. Flipping it up in the air and be like, oh, this is fun. Pull out her silver dagger and be like, I used to juggle when I was in the circus.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm now adding all of this. I'm excited. Magic weapon.
Nice.
So what are the rest of you doing?
I'm just reading
Cool.
until somebody tells me otherwise.
Torsten's reading all the books he can.
Yes.
And you're able to find some of the spell books, and Elial encourages you to take the spell books with you. He says no one else is going to use these, and you would you would get a big benefit from them. So please take them.
So we've got the pseudo dragon and we've got a claw from monster. What? Got any leads on the next place to go, Eliel, old pal?
I do not, but I suspect that if we talk to Ferii, we may be able to get some more leads, as it were. The other ghosts are supposed to meet us there, and we have.
That's
scouted
right.
the place.
Yes. All right. Well, Torsten, have you mastered reading and walking? Because maybe we should head back to town.
I suppose.
So Elial loads you up and says, like, these are the spell books, so take these. And you're able to grab a couple of more books of interest if you want, Torsten.
Definitely. Yeah.
And we can, again, I'll sort of send you a thing offline about those,
Okay.
just so you have them, and then we can discuss them in the next episode.
All right.
And so you've got those books with you, and then as you all are leaving, Elial says to you, I think that maybe I should spend some more time here securing this location. There is a lot of knowledge here.
I was definitely going to suggest that we try to cover up the door before we leave.
Yes. I wonder if it might be helpful to maintain this place, and if there are... I fear that there is not just one demon afoot. Seems like this demon was on some sort of mission and might know about what we're already doing. So I would like to see if I am able to secure this location, if that is okay. I would, of course, give you back Alaria, as she is your witness to crime.
That's
Are you
right.
going to be able to do anything by yourself in your ghostly form?
I know a few tricks that I still might be able to use.
Okay. So we can.
Although if you
close
wanted to
in.
collapse the door on your way out, that would be very helpful. You don't need to worry about sealing me in, because I'm a ghost.
All right. Let's try to figure out how to do that. Let's see. I've got.
We want to seal it in a way that it's not going to be too permanent, so that we
Right.
can eventually come back.
mhm.
Yes, indeed.
Can I take a look around? So it was a trap door in the ground that we went down some stairs in, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Can I take a look around, like up top, and see, is there a way to, instead of totally collapse everything, maybe just like fill in the hole essentially that's just right there? Any way to just get that to collapse so it just looks like this the ruin collapsed right
Sure.
there as well?
Yeah, you could give that a shot. You could make I'm going to say an intelligence deception check.
I'm deceiving the ground?
Yeah. I'm not
Oh,
sure about that,
well, are
but
you
all
you're
right.
trying to hide and deceive others,
Other
right?
people, yeah.
Oh, all right, sure.
Yes.
I was thinking more looking at this like
that charisma-based stat that we're using.
just yeah, I know, right?
Not so
Well, that's
sure
what I
about
said,
that
with,
one.
with intelligence.
With
Yeah.
intelligence instead of charisma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The-
I'll help
okay.
you. I'll try to cover it up as well.
Sure.
Well, my intelligence is a +1, so let's see.
Okay, give it a shot.
All right. So I got a total of 17.
I got a
Okay.
9.
Great. So yeah, Rock, you're very proud of what you've done. And then Torsten comes by and fixes it, and it looks great.
Oh, this is much better. Yeah, I thought this is what do I know about hiding things?
Put like 3 leaves in front of the door. Just like,
They're big leaves though. They're
this
big.
looks good.
Look at this one looks like a dog.
So yeah, y'all are able to lay this down. Ilaria is with you and seems to still be willingly following you at this moment as Eliel leaves her body and floats back down into the ground. And you can hear some chanting sort of begin softly, and then it gets further and further away as he disappears down the steps. And perhaps we will meet Elial again. We shall see.
Ooh.
So that is the tower, or rather the collapsed library that you all have been in. Where would you like to go next?
We're heading
Oh,
back to the
yeah,
town. Right?
Tomar's Crossing.
Yeah, how much further do we have to go to get back to Tomar's?
Not very far at all. It's probably about 4 hours away at this point. And you're able to make it back there uneventfully. So as you're making your way, you can see Ilaria is not talking very much, is just sort of resigned to walking with all of you.
Okay.
And
Good.
Yeah, we'll stand next to her just so she doesn't try and run away.
sure.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
tie
once
her
again-
up, but
Mhm.
or should we tie her up? I mean,
Well, I think that what Isabel would do is ask Rock like ahead of time before they leave and be like, "Do you think she'll run?"
oh yeah, Rock.
And Rock hopefully
Well,
would
no.
Rock will look at
Plus
her
we
and be like, "Hey,
fight.
you're gonna just follow us, right? That was what we agreed on. You're just gonna follow us. We don't have to like tie you up or anything, right?"
She nods.
Do I believe her?
I'd rather have my weapons in case we come up against any demons again. But at this point,
No, you're
I
okay.
think it would be just as crazy to leave all of you as it would be to try to stay. So there are worse things in the valley than I realized.
Yeah, that was really bad. Thank you for your help with that. Do I believe her that she's not gonna try to run?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
She seems
Good.
super resigned right now.
Okay.
As
Rock
well
will then-
she-
Um,
I want to kind of try to talk to her as we're walking back, and I've known her, for a long time, and I just want to, try to kind of impress upon her the way that Tomar's Crossing could become, with the help of her and all of the other, all the refugees and all that stuff. If we had a good council, and just try to sort of like get her more comfortable with the idea, for helping us.
Are you saying that you think you could be better than my uncle Torsten? Is that your thought?
I'm not
Certainly
saying
you are a better man, but do you think you could be a better leader?
I never wanted to be a leader. I want to study my magic, but if people need my help, I'm more than happy to. And if that help comes at being, one of the council members, then I'll do that. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to have power and to make this town run how I want. I want the town to run well and be helpful to all the people that live there.
You see there's like a sort of on her face a look like she's never considered what you're saying, that someone would accept a mantle of power but not seek it. Well, you might be a better leader than my uncle is as well.
Might be.
He has a lot of people behind him.
Everybody keeps saying
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. Like,
So,
no scout
like,
leader could be a better leader.
you
than
know,
Uncle.
and I want to kind of try to talk to her and see who those people are, so that we can,
Oh, yeah.
we can
Track
sort
them
of-
down one by one.
kind of try to deal with them when the time comes.
So we can assassinate them.
I never said that. I never said that.
I didn't say it either. No one said that.
It was the wind.
Just so you know, Rock can hear what you all whisper now.
I'm
So
not whispering. That wasn't Isabel. That was 100% TK.
with Rock's passive perception, Rock might be able to hear your thoughts, actually.
With Rock's passive perception, she can hear TK's thoughts.
Yeah. With Rock's passive perception, she's now realizing that like she's part of a game and she's becoming like
Oh, it's very meta.
she's
Yeah.
like, oh
Oh,
my
man.
god.
He actually thinks it's
Gonna-
kind of
She's
awesome.
like,
It's like, I can see the stats.
Gonna
No, I
break
think-
her.
I think Rock is probably actually flying overhead again, but she can hear what they're saying. Like, and so I think she's just listening in, but I don't think she's gonna actually engage in this conversation just yet. She's doing the I'm gonna make sure we actually have a safe trip back.
okay, responsible one. Fine.
Well, she can also read lips as long as they're speaking in common. She can hear them and she can hear what they're read what they're saying. So she's like, I'm gonna go do the thing.
And while we're going, I'm also Torsten's also going to talk to Sky a bunch and kind of get to know Sky's story.
Okay, yeah. So Sky gives you this story that essentially the wizards had several pseudo dragons, and when their library went down, these pseudo dragons continued to within the library populate and live on and that sort of thing. But eventually, food supplies started to get scarce, and many of the pseudo dragons either started to die off or left because the druid ghosts were able to help them get out once they discovered this place. And so a lot of them left, but Sky decided to stay. Couldn't really leave his home because it's where he was born. Meanwhile, Alaria is still very quiet and is contemplating things, but says, I don't know the extent of my uncle's network, but I know it reached beyond the valley. I can tell you that some of the people who I know were on his side are still out in the valley because they ran off. I know that, as well as you, he had some of the town council under his thumb. There are more people. Can tell you who I know, and she gives you a list of names, and she says those are people who my uncle either paid or he knew something about them, an affair that they had something they had stolen that they shouldn't have, all that sort of petty things that he held over them to control them. That is how my uncle operates. And
Is it council members? She says. Does she say any of the council members?
she does, but you already know about some of the council members.
We, what's the name of the old man? Did she say him? We weren't
Calinus
positive.
Birthwitch.
Oh yeah.
Did she
Yes.
say him? We weren't positive about him.
He does. He has something on him.
Okay.
I do not know what exactly, but I'm guessing based on your recent discoveries that it has something to do.
Oh, he probably killed the other councilwoman. Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's what I would suspect as well.
Calinus. Okay. Interesting. So this is the first time Sky has ever been outside of his library. Is he like all excited to see the world and like fascinated by things?
Is Sky excited to see the sky?
It's not the first time Sky has ever been out, but
Oh.
it is the first time he's ever been this far away from the library. And he does seem a little excited, although he seems to be a little disappointed that everything is just kind of muddy and gross.
Fair.
So are we. We are also disappointed.
Yeah, didn't used to be like this.
And then he puts an image of the valley with like the glacier into all of your mind, which is clearly not an image he had, but it was something that was sort of passed down to him through his,
That's
and you
cool.
also get the feeling that though Sky cannot talk, Sky is just as intelligent as any of you are. Sky does not have this beast or animal intelligence. Sky is elevated and has the intelligence of a totally sapient being that understands itself and is aware, just doesn't really have the ability to speak.
I have a question. Why don't you send us images of words so then we know exactly what you're saying? Intelligent dragon creature.
Sky can't read.
He can? He lives in a library for years and years and years.
Sure.
And he's intelligent.
Who would teach him how to read?
They have... Okay. We don't have to get into this, James, but I'm not sure about that.
I asked Sky to send me an image of what the tower used to look like before it fell down, if he knows what that is.
So that's been handed down to him as well, and it is, a very sort of basic stone cylinder tower, but it does have Mistress symbol on it, carved on the side of it, and you see the Luna Valley in a way you've never seen it before. So as far as you know, right, the Luna Valley has been covered in ice or mud, and what you see is it's a cold, wintry place, but it looks like this was, the summer, and you can see that there are like tufts of grass and it's a little bit greener and that sort of thing, and there isn't snow on the ground here, and it is a totally different look than you've ever seen in the valley surrounding this thing. It looks like there's some smaller plants and some shrubs and that kind of thing, and you see Mistra's holy symbol, which is like a river with 7 stars around it on the tower.
Cool. Yeah. Well, maybe one day we can rebuild the tower and you can live there again. We'll call it Torsten's Tower then.
Oh, all right. Well, on the nose, but okay.
And the dragon lands on your shoulder, Robert, and spreads its wings and lets loose like a...
That's both terrifying and adorable.
Yeah, and it then curls up around your neck almost like a living mink on your shoulders as you make your way into town.
Awesome.
And you're making your way into town, and Rock, you notice something is wrong in that you don't hear much sound up ahead. Normally you would hear like the din of refugees out in the fields talking to each other and, cooking and that sort of thing. And you might hear other things happening in town, horses walking on what's left of pieces of road and that sort of thing. You don't hear any of that you normally do. You don't even hear like the whinny of animals or that sort of thing.
If I fly just a little bit higher, do I see anyone?
So as you fly up, you can see Tomar's Crossing in the center, all of these tents around it, and now make a perception check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. So as you are looking around, you don't really see anyone. What you do see, though, are, and this is obvious from the get-go, you see some bodies that are near one side of the town. Looks like something has come in and massacred like maybe 20 refugees on the safe harbor side. And so you can see that those people are dead. You see a lot of horses that have been killed. You see in the mud like chaotic footprints that go everywhere, some that run out into the valley. And then what you see is stalking around the streets of Tomar's Crossing, you can see that there are these 2 hideous undead creatures that have long horns and long claws, and they have these tails. You would recognize them. They look similar to the Velok that you saw.
Don't look at their eyes.
Rock is immediately gonna swoop on down and be like, "There's Velok in the town, and they're attacking people, and there's death." And she's gonna dart for these dudes.
Okay.
Remember, don't make eye contact with them or you get the demon plague. Isabel has the thing that lets her fight it without having to.
Before, how much time does Rock give before Rock like rushes in to save everybody?
She would swoop down, say that, and then start to fly off. So I guess depends on what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Isabel will like very quickly. Please keep an eye out for anyone who may have already looked in their eyes. Like, we don't know how they act, if it's erratic or anything, but keep in mind that there are people in town who could have looked in their eyes and already contracted the plague.
Okay.
I will yell, aim for their eyes as you fly off, which I assume you are doing. And then I will start sprinting as well.
Is wherever they are, do we have to go through the town, or is there a more direct way? I just want to know if we're going to see the town first.
That is a good question. So you would be able to, you're going to be able to make it through the camps, and then they are sort of in the middle of town. So there's a couple of buildings around them and that sort of thing.
I'm going to rip off part of my shirt and tie it around my eyes like a blindfold.
Okay. I like it.
And
I like it.
use my inherent monk abilities to not trip and fall and hit my head.
Nice.
Actually, that's a really good idea. I wonder if I know Isabel has like the talisman and it has to be attuned actually, but Isabel will take note of that and think about it since she has the alert feature and can't have like disadvantage if she can't see something. So
you would be able, I mean, you've had the time. You took a short rest, so if you wanted to attune to that, you could have.
Well, yeah, she already attuned to it, but nobody else has, so she can't pass it on to anyone else. But it will be something I think about in the future.
Yeah, and we know you have to be within a certain range of these things. It's not just look into their eyes. It's look into their eyes and be like, it was pretty close to them, which is why we gave it to you, because you were one of the, like,
you're
because
close.
I'm still ranged-ish. I don't remember if we know. Do we know exactly how close?
I don't remember either.
I do remember that was a thing. Like we had.
I definitely
to be
remember
within...
asking, but I don't remember what the answer was.
Yeah. Range. Rockwood.
Find range. Let me just search the notes real quick. Nope. 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 Nope.
I mean, maybe we didn't find out. Maybe it was just to be within a certain range, but we don't know the range.
I mean, it would be ideal if Isabel could face it towards her, and then we could attack from behind.
That makes
from behind.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of communicate when it's okay, it's safe to look, and in the meantime, I can just get closer with my blindfold on.
Why don't you all roll initiative for me?
Sure.
Wait, no. I'm not spiritually prepared.
Thorsten got a 15.
Did we rest? Did we have a short rest in the library, or no? Yes, no, maybe.
Well,
so.
I mean, I was reading for a while.
You were reading for a while. I would probably want to regain because I dropped a lot of key points in the one fight. So can we say, James, is okay if we took a short rest in the library?
Sure. That's
Thank you.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I blew all my hit. I have 2 hit dice left.
I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge to reset my maximum HP.
Okay.
Okay.
Boop. Thank you. Please, thank you.
You're going to use the action surge now, or your hit dice?
So,
my action surge, because I can use it during a short rest. I feel like I'm going to...
Yeah, your second wind.
My second wind. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can use... Okay. That's fine.
So,
what?
Totally.
So you can use your hit dice to regain HP as a free action, but the actions, the second wind you use as a bonus action, like in fighting.
Sure, but
it gave me the
second wind
option.
can be used outside of...
Yeah.
And then it recharges during a short rest.
Just because
okay.
I was down to like 8 HP whenever I was in the pit, so I used like almost all of my hit die
Gotcha.
during that.
You can totally do what you're doing, TK. It's
Yeah.
all-
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's just up
I'm
to
like,
you. Which
oh.
way you go.
Did I screw up?
No, you're
No,
fine.
no. Actually, what you're doing makes a lot of sense from a resource perspective too.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh god.
So let's get those initiative rolls. And are you all approaching together? Some of you are faster than others. That is why I ask.
I'm booking it, so
Oh man.
Rain
Okay.
might be the only one who can keep up with me, and I'm flying.
Your fly speed is
My fly speed is 50 feet.
okay. Yeah.
And I say flying not just as like the 50 feet, but also like I'm about 20 feet up.
Right. Okay. So go ahead. Give me your initiative, Rock.
I rolled a 1, so I have a 5. Sorry, I have a 5.
Okay. What is yours, Rain?
16. My move speed is what is base 30? My move speed is 45.
Okay. Got it. And what did you get, Torsten?
15.
Okay. Okay. And what did you get, Isabel?
22.
22. Okay. So this is what I would like to do. Essentially, we're going to say that Rain and Rock, you get there sort of at one point. If you are not waiting for Isabel and Torsten will show up the next round with that. Just to keep things simple, that is how I'd like to go about that, if that works for all of you.
What are we
Okay.
doing with Ilaria?
Ilaria will show up with Torsten and Isabel, unless you don't want her to come.
Crap. All right. Oh, I hate this because I can't endanger her, but I also can't allow her to run away. All right. Yeah, I'll give
warn
her.
her about the whole eye thing.
Yeah, I'll tell her on the way, and I think that I have which is better, chainmail or scale mail?
Scale mail, chainmail.
Chainmail. I'm pretty
I
sure.
have a extra suit of chainmail.
She's wearing splint though, which is
Oh,
better.
she's wearing splint. That's fine. I don't know why I thought she was wearing scale mail. I will give her a light crossbow so she doesn't get in range.
Gotcha. She'll take it.
I guess I'll give her a light crossbow. I'm keeping her heavy crossbow though.
Okay. Got it.
She's gonna see it like strapped to my hip, and I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
So the other question then, before we get into this, is what about Gorf and Sky?
Ugh.
Well, Gorf has no eye. Well, Gorf
Yeah.
is now called Wind, and Vind has no sky.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I mean, Gorf is safe to assume is immune to all diseases.
Yeah, Gorf can come with.
Okay.
He can wrap around its eyes even if we need.
What's
would be nice.
what's Sky's size?
He's like a house cat.
Like, is he tiny?
Tiny.
Tiny. He can fit in a backpack.
Yeah.
All right, he'll get in Torsten's backpack then.
Sure.
There we go. Problem solved.
Okay. So let's see if we're doing this. Rain, you are running underneath rock as you approach, and you can see 45 feet ahead of you are the Velok, and it looks like they are moving through town. As you are running, you see that they have like kicked open the doors to some houses and are just sort of systematically tearing the place apart and they are currently in the street. Looks like they're in front of another door about to rip their way inside.
Okay, I mean, I'm just trying to get their attention right now, so I will put my blindfold on and charge directly towards where they were and just like flying kick and hopefully hit something.
Okay, so you put your blindfold on and you're moving towards them. You can make an attack roll. It's with disadvantage because you are blinded.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just start swinging. Hope I connect. With disadvantage, 15 on my first attack.
That's a miss.
And 10 on my second attack.
Okay, yeah. So 2 whiffs. You feel this stench as you get closer of rot and decay as you make your attacks and your heightened senses because you have blinded yourself. Really, it's gross. It's terrible.
Okay, then I'm gonna use a key point to use the dodge action,
Mm-hmm.
which I think boosts my AC or something.
It gives disadvantage on all attacks.
Okay, yeah,
against
then
you,
I will
Brennan.
do that. Yeah.
It's
Which
cool.
is going to cancel out the advantage they would have against you
Yeah.
for being blinded.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that is how that goes. They get to go. You hear this blood-curdling screech, Rock, as they move in and make their way. And Rock, now that you're a little bit closer, you can see it actually looks like one of these things was an Aarakocra at some point.
I am disappointed.
That means it can fly.
Does it?
It does not look like it can fly.
Oh, okay,
Looks
never
like
mind.
it has tatters of wings on its back. But yeah, that is a concern. Rudy, does an 18 hit your AC?
Let me double check, but I think that just misses. Yes, that just misses.
Okay. Well, I just rolled a natural 20, everyone.
Even with
No, burn. This...
Yay. Burn, burn, burn. So that means we're giving something away. Rudy, what's the code?
Oh, the code is !happy birthday, because I'm selfish and I want more people to wish me
That's
happy
right.
birthday.
Oh,
was
is it your
Rudy's-
birthday?
Yes,
It was my
happy
birthday
birthday.
yesterday, yeah.
Why didn't you
So
tell us?
exclamation point, happy birthday is what you want
Aw.
to enter.
Happy birthday attack! Yay!
Yeah.
James, you're not allowed to kill him on his birthday. Just a DM
Well, we'll
rule.
see. It's a good thing that was yesterday then. So,
Cold-blooded.
You're not allowed to kill him on his birthday week.
okay, let's see, Rudy. I mean, you're at full hit points right now. I gave you that short rest. So.
I didn't have enough hit dice to get up full
So
HP.
you take 19 slashing damage
Okay.
as you feel claws rake across your chest, and then the other one attacks.
I thought he missed.
They both get to make 2 attacks.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna die.
I have good news, everybody. I rolled another 20.
Are you serious?
I am. Yeah.
All right.
I will show you my rolls. So this time you feel jaws close around your neck and rip out a piece of your meat, Rudy.
Oh.
For another 19 slashing damage, and you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's what you get for being his best friend, Rudy.
I rolled an 18.
An 18?
I don't have disadvantage on that, do I?
No.
Okay.
No. You're great.
Okay,
You can feel this burning poison try to enter your veins, but you push it out. Ugh. And now it is Rock's turn.
All right. I'm not gonna blind myself because I'm flying, but I will avert my eyes, and so probably what I'll do is I'll stare at their feet
Okay, go ahead.
so that I don't actually. I'm assuming that still gives me disadvantage, but that's kind of what Rock is actively doing to avoid making eye contact, is looking at feet.
Yeah, definitely. So that is effectively will have you work with the condition that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my letter opener because these letters need to be opened, and I'll go after the one that Rain attacked.
Okay.
Nope, not that. That's not gonna work.
No, nope.
I will try as a bonus action.
Boom.
That might hit. 18.
18 hits.
Awesome. Okay. So. 4, 6, 15, 16, 20. So that's going to be 25
Oh, holy moly.
damage with letter opener.
Nice.
Okay. And you feel it then reform in your hand as you hear this blood-curdling scream come from down there. And let's see.
And I'm going to continue to fly 20 feet above them, looking at their feet.
Okay. Gotcha. So that means, Isabel, you arrive on scene as this thing is screaming, and you see a dagger disappear from its chest. And you see Rain blindfolded in the middle of both of them, bleeding as he's trying to battle.
Things are going well, I see. I'm a slishy slash. And I'm just gonna go ahead and this time do 2 attacks. So I'll do my first attack.
Okay.
So can I tell which ones? Are they both attacking Rain?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
both
yeah.
currently attacking Rain. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. So I'll attack once. Okay, 16 plus my. Okay, so 24 for that first one.
24 hits.
And I would like to expend a superiority die for distracting strike.
I would like that as well.
So I've hit and I can expend my superiority die, add to the total of the damage. Next attack roll against that target by an attacker other than me has advantage if the attack is made before the start of my next turn.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Yeah. So for damage for that first, it's going to be 1 plus. So it's going to be 12 damage.
Okay.
For that first hit. Let me take out that superiority roll. Oh no. Oh no. And then go ahead and hit one more time. And plus is a 16.
It does.
Yeah, I did it. And we'll go ahead and what she's doing is she's slashing up and then slashing back down. And she's going to this one she is attacking the second one and she's going to do a distracting strike again. Can I do the same one twice?
Yep.
Okay, then I will do distracting strike again on that second one, so no matter what. So that is 2 plus superiority dice is 4, so 6 plus my plus 7, so that is 13 on that second one.
Okay, nice. And they both have distracting strike, which means
Mhm.
next person to attack them has advantage.
Yes. And I think that's it because I don't have any bonus actions, so that's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. So Alaria is next in the initiative, and comes forward, eyes closed, because you've warned her about this. And is actually she's not going to do eyes closed. She's going to hang back and use the light crossbow because she's been warned. So she hangs back and shoots the crossbow at one of these with advantage and hits. And you can see this crossbow bolt thunk buries itself into the neck of one of the Velox, who pulls it out, and the wound closes up a little bit as they pull out this thing. Boom. And that is the end of Alaria's turn, which means it is Rain's turn.
Did Torsten go yet?
Torsten is gonna show up.
Oh,
soon.
that's right. Okay, I'm gonna use Wholeness of Body, which is a self-healing ability.
Okay.
And I get 24 health.
Excellent.
Nice.
And, then I will use the dodge action again as my bonus action, spending another key point.
Gotcha. Torsten, it's your turn.
Torsten will run forward, also trying to avoid eye contact with these things. Seeing that, are you still pretty damaged, Rain?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Channel Divinity to preserve life, to give Rain 15 hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use a bonus action. There's my Channel Divinity. There we go. And then use a bonus action to cast a spiritual weapon, an upcasted spiritual weapon. So it's gonna be 2d8. Where we go? 2d8 plus 2 damage. And then I'm gonna attack one of the creatures. So am I at disadvantage since I'm trying?
Yeah, if you're averting your eyes, you are at disadvantage.
But then am I the next person to attack it from Isabel's thing?
Yes, it depends on if you attack the one Ilaria did not attack. Yes.
I don't think I was there yet, so it's just random. So I'll let you decide.
Yeah, go ahead. You've got advantage.
Right.
So cancels.
So that's gonna be a 20, not a non-natural 20. 20.
Okay, that hits.
All right, so it's gonna be 11 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you hit the Valak, and things are not looking great. What was that you hit him with?
My spiritual weapon. So that is
nice.
a force damage.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. And your spiritual weapon looks badass.
What is it for her? I don't know what. I'll say it's some sort of spear.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. So, oh, that's awesome. So yeah, this spiritual spear stabs the Valak, which lets loose this cry, and now we are back to the Valak's turn. Let's see, the Valak have so many more targets now. This is great. Let's see. Okay, Rain and Isabel, you both get attacked. So let's see. Rain, you are dodging. Both attacks miss you, Rain.
Nice.
As you feel like you've got your monk skills going on. You're able to read the sounds that are nearby and able to dodge. Isabel, though, whose gaze is not averted because you've got your thing, right? Your
That is
amulet,
correct.
which means I don't have advantage against you. Let's see, Isabel. One of the attack hits. You are hit with two of the claws as it tries to rend you in half, and you take a total of 9 slashing damage as it hits you. But that's it, and that is the end of the Valak's turn, and it is Rock's turn again.
I'm still averting my eyes, still going after the same one with my letter opener.
Go for it.
First one is probably gonna miss. 14?
It does miss.
Okay. And bonus action. That's 19?
19 hits.
Hey.
Yeah. All
There you
right.
go. That's how it's done.
It takes 4 dice to get a roll that'll work, but at least one of them will hit. Okay. 19, 20. That's 24 letter opener damage.
Oh, 24 letter opener damage. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big hit. The Valak screams, and we are back to Isabel.
That's me. Isabel, she's gonna hit back. It was just the one Velok that tried to slash her open, right?
That's right. The
She
other one
gon-
tried to slash Rain open.
She's gonna go choo choo at him. She's gonna slishy slash.
Okay.
So that's 1. So that's 17 plus 8. I forgot how to count. 25.
That's it.
25 good. Okay, good. Awesome. I am not going to use my thing yet, so I'm just going to do straight damage on him.
Go for it.
That's garbage. So that's going to be 9, unfortunately. So I am going to use a superiority die for Commander's Strike and tell Rock to throw it again.
Okay.
All right.
Can I use inspiration on this so that
Yeah.
I cancel out the disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we'll pretend. Let's role play that out. Where like Isabel's like got what she does is she stabs her sword into him, and she's like, "I've got him. Trust me." And then like
nice.
the inspiration like guides it.
Yeah. Well,
Nice,
and
yeah.
so I'll say is I trust you enough to not avert my eyes, as it were. Like that's what the
Yeah.
inspiration is.
Oh my
is
gosh,
me
Okay.
I'm so excited.
being able to just look at this thing.
Nice. And you stare death down as Isabel has the Valak at the end of her sword, and you throw your dagger and
Yeah. And roll a 2. So,
That's cool.
Isabel, are you attacking the Aarakocra?
I am.
Yeah, I trust you, but then I look down and I see that it's the Aarakocra, and I'm disturbed enough because in the back of Rock's head, she probably knows who this is,
Oh no.
and so she misses.
That's the saddest
Oh,
thing
no.
I've ever heard.
That
It's
is
the
so
truth.
sad.
It's 100% the truth. So yeah, sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. It was cool
Okay.
anyway.
It's a cool RP moment.
It was.
It is.
I had a great time.
Ilaria is going to blindly shoot a crossbow bolt. Or not blindly, she's far enough away that she's okay. And connects with one of the Velok, and does a little bit of damage, this time hitting it in the thigh. And we are on to Rain's turn.
Have we hurt any of their eyes with all these hits, or could?
No, not at
No?
the moment. Yeah.
I mean, so Isabel, I'm gonna say, are they facing you? Are they facing you
Yeah, they're facing
in the
me.
moment? Okay, they
I
are.
would say probably, yeah.
James, we don't have a battle
Sure.
map. Okay, then I will take
I
my
know the
blindfold.
Aarakocra
I
is.
will move my blindfold up above my eyes as a free action. And right, that's not
Yeah.
an action. Okay,
So make a Constitution saving throw when you do that.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, if you're gonna look at these things.
But I'm not making eye contact with them because they're not facing me.
Oh, I see.
That's
what you're
why I
saying.
asked her.
Gotcha. So in my mind, if you are going to take off your blindfold, essentially the way their gaze works is that if you are close enough, they will be able to turn their heads and meet you. It's possible if you do something that would make them look at you. So just be aware that right now you are not making eye contact, but they can turn their heads to look at you.
Okay, then I will not take my blindfold
Okay.
off.
Oh, they probably do that creepy thing and where their heads just spin around automatically. Like, it's
Oh, that's
just.
perfect. I love
They
it.
do. Yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
Then I will just swing.
Please, yes.
Swing away.
Okay.
Does a 15 or a 10 hit?
It does not. However, I will say, Rudy, that SF Heath just got you an auto success.
Oh.
Thank
Nice.
you, SF Heath.
Yes. I will use this
Okay,
to hit.
go for it.
Punch its eyes out.
I do 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then,
Boom.
thank you, SF Heath. Then I will use Flurry of Blows to just swing some more. Just blinds, punching, kicking. Excellent form, I have to say. Like,
It
I
is.
might not
It's
be
great
hitting,
form.
but everything.
You have come very close so many times that you need that 16 to hit, and you've rolled
Oh.
a couple of 15s.
I rolled a
so-
17.
There you go. That's a
Hey.
hit.
So I will 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And why not? Let's turn that into a stunning strike attempt. So Constitution
Ooh.
saving throw, 14 DC.
Okay. Let's see. That is a natural 1, and a
Hey!
failure.
Hey!
Is stunned. Boom.
Nice.
Oh, also that was a flurry of blow, so I can knock it prone, which I will do.
Okay.
Or no, it needs a dex. It needs to save on a dex saving throw now.
Ooh, Dex. Ooh. The DC is 14.
Yeah, same DC.
It also fails that, and you knock
Okay.
it onto the ground, and it is prone. So there you go. Yeah, this one is looking not as good. It's got many of its pieces are missing, and now it is Torsten's turn.
All right, Torsten will. Torsten is going to hope that casting blindness on them will maybe mess up their sight, and even if it doesn't, it will make them so they can't hit you guys who are not looking at them. So
okay.
I'm gonna upcast that. That way I can
Ooh.
get both of them. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to be 4th level spell.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
no, I can't do that. Jesus, I just did my spiritual weapon at that. It's going to be a 3rd level spell. And so their DC it's a con saving throw, DC 13.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a wizard, 14.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, you've got the 2.
Yep.
That's another natural 1.
Ho ho!
Finally
Yeah.
making up for all those nat 20s.
Yeah.
I definitely am, yes.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for me?
So actually, there's 2 of them. I was upcasting it, so it's doing it to both of them.
Oh, right. Upcast. Oh, boy. Okay, that's a 3, so an 11. Okay, yeah, they both fail.
All right, so they're both blinded.
Okay.
It essentially cancels out their.
This is
at
the
very
weirdest fight ever.
Yeah.
Just like
I don't
wailing.
know,
Just
I
like,
mean,
Yeah.
if their gaze thing requires them to see, then maybe
Indeed, it does.
Oh,
so
awesome.
the gaze is canceled out.
oh.
sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
And that is going to be for 1 minute, and at the end of each of their turns, they can make the saving throw again.
Okay.
So I'm going to then with my bonus action use my spiritual spear to stab the one that is on the ground.
Okay. Which has advantage now?
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be a 14 plus 6, so a 20.
Hit.
And that's going to be 14 points of damage. Force damage.
Oh man. Okay. Not looking good for that Veillock. Okay. So it is now their turn. One is stunned. And I believe just
And
stay
prone.
stunned until
Yeah.
your turn, right?
Yes, it's at the end of my turn. It doesn't.
So
uh,
that one stays
get to
stunned.
save.
The other one will wildly go ahead and swing. Let's see. It is blind and stupid. Isabel, it's coming for you. That is a fail. And its bite is... Oh, let's see. Isabel. 22 still hits, right?
Oh.
It does, just barely.
Just barely.
Yeah. You
Got
can't
real
sass
lucky
me
with
like
that
my friends.
disadvantage. You get 9 slashing damage from a bite as it
Okay.
tears into you. Make a Constitution saving throw
Cool. Man, I just upped my
as
constitution.
it
too,
starts
so-
to gnaw on your collarbone.
No, not my soft bits.
Or your hard bits, or any of your bits.
Okay, I got a 19, so plus 5 is 24.
Nice.
19 plus 5 is 24, which is a success, of course. And it is now Rock's turn.
I'm concerned by how disappointed you sound.
Do they roll the save for blindness?
Oh, right. They need to
Yeah,
roll.
just
Thank
wanna
you,
make sure.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Inspiration for you.
Oh, I mean, I want a fair fight against these things. It'll be. We'll get so much XP if we beat them fair.
One of them stays blind, but the other is no longer blinded.
Which one? The one prone or the one?
The one not prone. is no longer blinded.
All right.
It's not worth it.
I'm going to continue to avert my eyes because Rock is now thinking like, yeah, she trusts Isabel, but she can't look at this decrepit Aarakocra without being upset. So she's gonna avert her eyes again and try to shoot it.
Go for it.
17.
Hit.
Oh, all right. And let her open Irk. 10,
Wow.
23.
That
I've
is a
been rolling pretty
very
decently on the sneak
scary
attack.
dagger.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. So you hit the one that's standing, and it lets loose this scream. Ah! And that is your turn.
Well, I will try to hit it again. I won't
Oh,
do-
go for it.
yeah. I mean, I'll keep going for it.
Might
Still
as
at
well.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
That might not hit. No, 13 doesn't hit. Okay.
13 does not hit.
Yeah, she'll try again, but she won't. Okay.
And brings us to Isabel. It is your turn again.
Little
You guys are
grumpy now. Ooh. Ooh, I'm real mad.
You're not the only one.
How's which one attacked me and bit me?
The one that
That's
is
not the
not
Aarakocra
stunned.
one. Let's say the Aarakocra one.
Oh, it is the
stunned.
Aarakocra one.
Oh,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Awkward ass bite. I'll take it though.
It's a
I'll be like,
wicked bite.
okay,
Like if it's like me, if it's one of those hooked beak
little
Aarakocra. Oh, it's bad.
I'm gonna
It's
get
a
you.
hooked beak, but it's a hooked beak that also has teeth inside of it.
Oh, that's
Which is
how creepy is that? Like to
nightmare.
think that like the teeth like grew in for the plague. Ooh. that's-
Yeah. You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
want fan art of that, please.
I both want and don't want fan art.
Yeah.
Well, I want it. My want outweighs
I mean,
the
it's just
discomfort.
like Rock looking into the future here. So
No, could be.
Oh.
Nope.
Could.
Teeth.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Teeth are like the worst thing ever to an Aarakocra.
Cool.
So unnatural.
So yeah, let me go ahead and that's annoying. Yeah, I'll go ahead and like try to lever it off of me with my long sword, by like piercing it with my long sword and then like pulling it off me, not like jimmying it into the like stealing a car. I've never stolen a car. Anyway, what is this? Okay, so 8 plus 15 is a 23.
That's it.
Yeah, I did it. Nope. Okay, that's 7 plus 7 is 14 damage.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna try and cleave it now that I've like kind of like jammed my longsword into the soft fleshy bits between its shoulder and neck. I'm gonna try and cleave it further. So 13 plus 8 is a 21.
That's a hit.
Oh man, as long as I get double digits, I'm doing great. And D8 plus 7 is okay. Well, that's just 8. So meh.
A little
that's
bit
great.
helps.
Yeah. Both of these things are looking pretty terrible as Ilaria steps up to bat and pierces the Aarakocra one again for a small amount of damage. And it is your turn, Rain, as you also notice the very slow Gorf finally making an appearance here.
Hey! Wind is here!
This prone one, I'm just curious. Can I tell what kind of creature it was before being velocked?
Yeah, you would have been able to, before you put your blindfold on, as
Mhm.
you approached it, looks like this one was a dwarf.
Okay. It's prone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna soccer kick it to death,
Oh, God. Okay.
which is an MMA term. So my blindness is canceled out by it being prone. Yes.
Yep, and
So
stunned.
this is- and stunned. So
Yeah.
super canceled, but okay,
Extra canceled.
extra canceled. So
Bonus canceled.
15 and 22.
15 and 22. The 22 hits.
Okay, that will be 10 bludgeoning damage as I just kick it so hard.
Okay.
Then I'll use, if it's still up, I'll use Flurry of Blows to just like keep on kicking. Just
Go
like,
for it.
Keep on keeping on.
like Beckham, David Beckham style. 18.
Curb
You know,
stomps this
Yeah,
dwarf
for real.
to
Just
death.
like
David
stomping
Beckham
it
known
out.
for kicking people to death. Yeah, that hits.
The 18 hits, right? Okay. For 10 damage, and
Okay,
I can keep it prone.
Well, you can keep it dead if you want.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm gonna kick it and then okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leg drop it, and then getting up, I'm gonna get into full mount, and then just more of the elbows, which are easily the hardest bone in
my
the body, and
gosh.
just like over and over. I can't see, so I'm just hitting it, and it's dead, and I'm still hitting it. So
I like
someone
how
has to
Rudy
tell
was-
me.
I like how Rudy was kind of like, no, I will keep it, bro. I know you said it was dead, but I kind of want to go one more round. So yeah.
So Gorf makes his way up
Vind.
to.
His name is now Vind.
Oh, that's right. Wind makes its way up to the only remaining Velok and runs around and tries to smother it and gets a natural 20.
Hey!
Yes!
He
Vind!
says, "Happy birthday, Rudy."
This is the best
That's a
worst
better
day
birthday
ever.
20.
Right?
Definitely better.
And does 20 bludgeoning damage to this thing. And
Are you?
crushes- a sickening pop as the Velok's head flies off as Gorf crushes it to death.
I love it.
And the Velok falls. And in that moment, you can see like some windows open up as if people were watching your battle from the street. And one of those people is Summoth Skullcleaver, your friend and mine, opens the window and calls out,
But mostly mine.
But extra special yours.
uh,
Let me just.
it's Kadra. Something's happened. And that's where we'll stop.
Before we stop, I want to. Torsten calls out in honor of wind. We are changing the term bear hug to rug hug.
His first act as mayor. I'm king of Tomar's Crossing.
I love it.
Maybe we'll call it Torsten's Crossing.
Torsten's
Yes!
Crossing.
He's already drunk with power.
Torsten's Tower and Torsten's Crossing.
He had that chat with Ilaria as they were walking on back, and he was just like, all for the good of the people. And she's like, oh, really? You don't want to just, be in charge of everything? And the whole way back, he's like, yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
I never thought about
The
it.
two of them never thought about it. They're just like, she was like, oh man, I could be a hero of the people. He's like, I could be king.
Another
Roll
alignment
everything.
change in the Demonplague campaign.
That's right. Yeah. The real Demon Plague is alignment change.
Pretty much.
The real demon plague is the friends we made along the way.
And turned into Velok.
Right. So we have I rolled 3 natural 20s this time in this battle strewn episode. Not all will be quite as battly as this one, but thank you everybody for coming in and cheering on our heroes. We will be giving away 3 PDFs. Enter !happy birthday to enter. So go ahead. Odds are good that if you enter that in the Don't Split the Podcast Network Twitch channel, you will win something. So, I'm sorry, Rudy, what were you going to say?
I was just agreeing with you. Odds are very good.
Yeah, very, very good. So, with that, I'll give everybody a chance to do that. !happy birthday. And in the meantime, go ahead and let's go around the table. Where can people find you, Lauren?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You might know me as Obo Crazy on the Twitters or most places. I'm the community manager for D&D Beyond. Come on by and see what we're doing. We're doing fun stuff, and it makes me happy. I am also I'm also playing in Heroes of the Veil, which returns a week from tomorrow. So finally, Arkera is back on the field. We'll see if she survives, because I think we're in the middle of a battle. And I'm also the DM for Dungeon Drunks, which comes out every single Monday, which is my own wonderful podcast, and you can find wherever fine podcasts are sold. I don't have any gigs at the moment, but I will be at PodCon. So if you're going to be in the Seattle area this weekend, I will be at PodCon just attending and having fun. Please come by, say hi, chat with me about D&D, chat with me about D&D Beyond, chat with me about tea or classical music or anything you would like, really. I'm happy to chat.
Classical tea music. It's great.
Absolutely.
All kinds of options.
I like it all.
Robert, where can people find you?
Hey, I'm Robert Ducci. You can find me on Twitter at Radu76. It's RADDU76. You can find me on the Bone, Stone, and Obsidian podcast. It's a Dark Sun podcast. We've had a lot of great Dark Sun authors on there. Go check that out. We just recorded one about all the cool weapons you'll find in Dark Sun that should come out next month. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/RobertAducci if you want to play some D&D, some Wrath and Glory, some Esper Genesis, some Vampire, all kind of stuff that I'm running.
That's awesome. And I would like to shout out that if you enjoy the sort of post-apocalyptic-ish feel of the Demonplague, you will love Robert's podcast, and you should check out Dark Sun for sure. Yeah. TK, where can people find you?
You knew I was typing. Okay, that's fine.
I
You're like,
did not.
That's
Did
the
not.
face. That's the face of someone who's not paying attention. It's me. It's TK. I write spooky stories on the internet. If you like spooky stories, you can check them out. tkjwrites.com. Or follow me, TK Joins the Fray on Twitter. I forgot my Twitter handle for a minute, but we got it, and it's fine. Everything's fine. It's also on this overlay. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm playing a lot of games, so I do have a schedule on my pinned tweet on Twitter because there's lots of games, and there's at least one more coming out in February that's not on the schedule, but it will be. That's a thing. It's awesome. I can't be trusted. I like to do those things. So if you're ever looking for me on the internet, I'm probably in a game. I'm probably on Twitter, or you can see me in the D&D Twitch because I am one of the community mods, and I'm almost always there because this is my life.
High five for that life. High five.
Ah! Actually, you're down there, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Fridays I DM Tales from the Mists, which is a game. I forgot what it was. Oh, it's in Ravenloft. Yeah, we do that. It's cool. It's fun. You should come. It'll be great. Buy my book. I'm done. Goodbye.
Excellent. And where can people find you, Rudy Basso?
Hey, I'm on Twitter at Rudy Basso. Of course, you can go to Don't Split the Podcast Network for a bunch of awesome RPG-related podcasts to listen to. This show is a podcast. If you've not heard it, if you want to catch up and hear it again with some music and sound effects, you can go there. Leave us a review on iTunes if you would. That would be really, really helpful. Also, I'm guest starring on Tales from Moxbury, a Blades in the Dark actual play run by Josh Long, our
Hooray!
benefactor
Hey!
and scoundrel.
Number one cheerer, Josh Long.
Yeah.
Number one thorn in our side.
Truly.
Ah.
It's a lot of fun. Blades in the Dark is a really cool system. I play a drow named Kazel, an homage to one of my great friends, Vegas Lancaster. And it's just really cool. Blades in the Dark is a really unique, neat system. So check it out.
Excellent. And yes, if you are new to us or have been watching for a couple weeks but haven't done so yet, please smash that follow button. The Demonplague is a 5th edition actual play adventure that you can buy in print and PDF at a drive-through RPG, and also over on roleplayingtips.com/demonplague. So go check it out over there. Check out the podcast. I'm on the same podcast network with Rudy, so you can check out all kinds of great stuff over there. Don'tSlipPodcastNetwork.com. I'm on Twitter at James Intricasso. And shall we now pick some winners?
Yeah, I also wanted to say that Tales from Oxford is going to be coming to this Twitch channel, actually. I totally forgot. I've been talking about it, but they're going to start streaming their games soon, so you can watch it here. Date and time to be determined, but we're super excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah, we love the Tales from Oxford crew. They were actually on Tabletop Babble this week.
They were.
So if you want to hear the Josh and Amber talk about puzzles, head on over to don'tsplittthepodcastnetwork.com and listen to the latest Tabletop Babble. Now, shall we give some stuff away?
Let's do it. We got 3 prizes. We're giving away the Demonplague. We're giving away Pie Fight by Lauren Urban, and something else to be determined in a moment. First winner for the Demonplague, Samwise Gamgee. Oh my goodness. Samantha, congratulations.
Yes. Samwise Gamgee, prepare ye, for the way of the Demonplague will be coming to your inbox. By the way, if you all love D&D, you should check out Sam's show.
Absolutely. Also, follow her on Twitter. One of my favorite tweeters. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yes, and now we're giving away a little pie fight action.
Pie fight goes to Elwarius. Hey!
Elwarius, you win a copy of Pie Fight by the one and only Lauren Urban. It is a wonderful, wonderful adventure. And speaking of wonderful adventures, Robert Aducci, what are you giving away?
I'm giving away a copy of The Killing Blade, an AL Adventures League Eberron adventure. If you like Warforged, you would like this adventure.
Who doesn't like Warforged?
Yeah. Or if you hate Warforged.
Warforged. Yeah.
Oh, see that I do. That goes to Deborah-Anth. Congratulations, Deborah-Anth.
Congratulations. Yes, Rudy Basso will be in touch with all of you.
I will.
Via your Twitch Messenger to get your particulars for this. So thank you so much for watching us. Thank you to all these wonderful players for being amazing. And remember, don't let the demons bite, Rudy.
Yep.
Particularly you, who was bit by a demon.
I was, but I was okay. All right, bye.
We're all okay.